Hello, my friends. Chris Parsons here, author of It Starts With You, The Secret to a Passionate Marriage and Peaceful Home, even if your spouse doesn't want to change. And today I'm coming to you with 5 New Year's resolutions for a thriving marriage in 2023. So this was another media request, and I'm still learning how this works with the media. It seems like they come out and they ask for quotes on stuff, and then if they get 3 or 4 good responses, they throw them together and turn it into an article. But if they don't get enough responses, they just don't do anything with it. Or at least that's my impression. There's still time. Maybe this article will come out and they'll cite me. We'll see. But I wanted to go ahead and turn it into a little video to share it with you because I went through the effort of coming up with 5 New Year's resolutions, so why not? So I've got a cheat sheet because it's too hard to remember 5 things apparently. But number 1 is to sincerely acknowledge and communicate how you feel. Biggest mistake I see in relationships, people hiding how they feel and not acting in line with how they really feel. They're pretending that everything's okay to try to make everything okay, and it doesn't work. So, resolution number 1 for your New Year's resolution to have a thriving marriage in 2023 is sincerely acknowledging and communicating how you feel when you feel it. This is another mistake I see is people will sincerely communicate it, but they wait until after the fact, right? So I had a client, his wife got upset with him because of a decision he made that she didn't like. Okay, fair enough. But she didn't communicate that she was upset until after the fact, even though she knew beforehand the decision. Right? And so you have to communicate it, and communication is both words and actions. And you have to communicate it when you feel it, when you know it, not after the fact, because now after the fact, there's very little that he can do with that information, right? Before, if she had communicated it beforehand, he would have made a more informed decision. Does that mean he would have changed his decision? Not necessarily. But at least it would have been an informed decision. Now, his wife thinks that he should have known what she wanted him to do. And I got to tell you, this goes both ways, whether you're a husband or a wife. If your expectation is that your spouse should be a mind reader, you're going to be disappointed a lot. There's going to be a whole lot of disappointment for you in life if you expect your spouse to be able to read your mind and know what you want and what you think and how you feel without you communicating it and showing it. Just to clarify, begging, pouting, trying to punish your spouse, those are not effective forms of communication, and neither is making your spouse feel attacked, right? When you say something that makes your spouse, if you communicate how you feel in a way that makes your spouse feel attacked, you're not getting any point across because they're just going to get defensive. They're going to want to argue and change your mind and justify their actions. Doesn't get you anywhere good. So that is New Year's resolution number 1. New Year's resolution number 2 is to appreciate your spouse and choose to see the best in them, right? We're all flawed, and this is going to lead into number 3. So let's go ahead and say New Year's resolution number 3 is to forgive your own and your spouse's flaws, mistakes, and shortcomings, right? So those go hand in hand. Forgiving your spouse, forgiving yourself is really important because we're all flawed people. I do not have a great marriage because I am a perfect person. I am very far from it. And you have to choose to see the best in your spouse, to recognize that they're flawed. It doesn't mean that you have to be okay with everything that they do. It doesn't mean that you can't want them to be better. You can't want your marriage to be better. But it does mean that you acknowledge that they are human, that they have flaws, that they always will have flaws, but that you choose to see the best in them, that you appreciate the best in them, because just like they have flaws, they have good parts. And if you focus on that and you build that up, you will get more of it. When you criticize, condemn, and attack, you will get more of what you're focused on. So choose to see the best and forgive their flaws. This works on yourself too, right? Just as effective at positively influencing your spouse, it's very effective at positively influencing yourself. New Year's resolution number 4, to work on yourself, to bring your best self, because your best marriage is going to require your best self. Now, what does that mean? Well, I think it means different things for different people, depending on where they're at. Maybe that means eating healthier. Maybe that means working out more. Maybe that means getting a hobby. But ultimately, I think it means looking in the mirror and recognizing where that work needs to happen, right? Maybe it's that you've been selfish. Maybe it's that you've been controlling. Maybe it's that you've been insecure. Maybe it's that you've been needy. You've got to go through that process to look in that mirror and tell what area to work on. And then finally, an easy one, probably the kind of stuff they were looking for in this article. Resolution number 5 is plan 1 or 2 big things to do together in 2023. That could be a trip, a vacation. It could just be, a night at a hotel where your parents watch the kids. Time away. Doesn't have to be away, right? But time together doing something memorable. That could be in the backyard. But make it fun. Make it a plan. Make it something you can look forward to together. All right, my friends. So just to recap, we've got 5 New Year's resolutions for a thriving marriage in 2023. Number 1, sincerely acknowledging and communicating how you feel when you feel it in a way that doesn't make your spouse feel attacked. Number 2, appreciate your spouse for the things that they are good at and that you love them for, and choose to see the best in them, which goes hand in hand with number 3, which is forgive their flaws, mistakes, and shortcomings. Both of those apply to yourself as well. Number 4, work on yourself to bring your best self to your marriage. And number 5, choose 1 or 2 big things to do together in 2023. All right, my friends, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. This is one of my Christmas presents. My brother-in-law and his wife got me this hat. I'm loving it. And so I hope you had a good Christmas. I hope you're getting lots of time with family, with your spouse, that you're reconnecting. And if you're not, make sure you pick up your copy of It Starts With You. If you've already got it, make sure you read it or reread it. All right.